The committee of parole is reconvening at Madison Parish Jail. Time is 12:50 p.m. With the staff at Madison, please introduce yourself. Is there any staff in the room, Mr. Ruben?
Yes, Lieutenant Klein.
Lieutenant Klein, thank you for facilitating this for us today.
Say that again, Mr. Goshen.
Thank you for facilitating this hearing for us today.
All right, thank you. You're welcome.
Will you be present in the room, please?
You're breaking up for some reason, Mr. Goshen.
Will you be present during the interview?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Then we're gonna ask you for some comments at your appropriate time. Ms. Ruben, would you please give us your full name and your Department of Corrections ID?
Ezekiel Ruben. You want my DLC number is 735377.
Thank you, Mr. Ruben. My name is Alvin Roche. Sitting to my left is Mrs. Pearl Wise, and to my right is Mr. Pete Freeman. Let me explain the process. I will read some information into the record. Once that information is in the record, we'll conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll give the staff at Madison a chance to make comments or remarks. We do have visitors in support of you today. We have a Miss Shanika King, your daughter, and she would like to speak. Miss Elizabeth King, your daughter, and she will not be speaking. Mr. Ezekiel Ruben, your stepdaughter, would like to speak. And Ms. Lily Ruben, your sister, would like to speak. Also in attendance, we have Ms. Contrail Woods, your nephew, and he would not like to speak. Also present is Ms. Danielle Madison, the victim's mother, and she would like to make a statement at the appropriate time. After all these participants make their presentation, we will allow you to make a brief statement telling us why you think we should release you, then we will vote. Do you understand the process?
Yes.
Mr. Ruben, you are 7 years old and you are a first felony offender. Your offense is indecent behavior with a juvenile. You were arrested in June of 2016 and you are convicted and sentenced January 23rd, 2019, and you received 107 days of court time, and you served 4.5 years on your 12-year sentence. Is that correct?
Yes.
Your parole date was August 3rd, 2022. You're not eligible for good time, and your full term date, August 5th, 2030. Is this information correct?
Yes.
Your case has been assigned to Mr. Pete Freeman. Would you please answer Mr. Freeman's question?
Okay, Mr. Ezekiel. How old are you?
70,
What's your educational level?
12th grade.
And you served 4.5 years on this sentence, or you bonded out of jail?
Yes.
Okay. You charged with indecent behavior with a juvenile. Tell me what went on.
I was babysitting for Miss Danielle because she was late getting off work. I believe she was working for the state at the time, and
Okay.
she said she was working out of town. So I stayed there and kept her 2 kids until she got off work.
And what did you do?
I didn't do anything. The only thing I did was change the little boy pamper. That's it.
So now you recanting your statement. You're not saying that you touched the little girl?
No, sir, I did not.
Okay, well, why did you plead guilty to it?
That was my lawyer's idea, and he said that it would go and get everything over with, and then I would serve it about 6 months, and that would be it.
I think you misunderstood. He probably said you were gonna serve 6 years, but anyway, how did your DNA end up on that little girl?
To my knowledge, there was no DNA.
You have law enforcement opposition, you have victim opposition. You have your Sherry, your sister.
I didn't understand that.
No, the sheriff is in opposition, and you have some family that's in favor. Where are you gonna live if you get out?
With my sister, Lily Ruben.
Okay. How's your physical health?
I'm diabetic, on insulin, high blood pressure.
Okay. Have you taken any classes at all?
Cerebral recovery.
Okay. What about any sex offender classes?
I didn't understand that.
You taken any sex offender classes?
No, sir, there's none offered here.
Okay. All right. Lieutenant Klein, do you have anything to say? How's he been since he's been there?
Mr. Ruben is one of our what I call model inmates. I mean, we don't have any trouble out of him. We haven't had any trouble out of him. He stays to himself most of the time. He always keeps a smile on his face. And after he enrolled in that Celebrate Recovery class, he's been one of our better students. We never have to wake him up for class, never have to get him ready or anything. You know, he's very devoted to that class. And he's also asked me about enrolling in other classes that we have.
Hey, y'all have no sex offender treatment around?
No, sir, not in this area.
Okay. All right, thank you. I have no question.
Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben,
Yes.
I'm gonna read a statement. And let me find it. Ruben, I'm reading a statement. Somebody has an open mic. Would everyone please mute your mic?
That's you.
Mr. Ruben, I'm gonna read a statement from the police report. At some point, or another, you told the police that you didn't do anything wrong. But at this time, Ruben was told that they had a DNA test, and its DNA was located on the victim's vagina. Once confronted with this information, he finally admitted the situation happened just as the victim said it did. Do you remember that?
No, sir.
Well, that's in the official police report where you admitted that everything happened just as the victim said it did. Because your DNA was on that victim person. I just want you to know that. Why?
There's indication in the record that you were retired when you were helping out with the children. Where had you retired from? What kind of work did you do?
I worked at Tavita. It was a salt water disposal plant.
Oh, okay. And you have retired from there?
Yes,
Okay. Do you have any children of your own?
yes.
How many children do you have?
I have 7 girls and 2 boys.
7 girls and 2 boys. What kind of relationship do you have with your children?
Great.
Good, good to hear. All right, thank you. That's all I have.
And all of them are working. No one is without a job. They all outstanding kids.
That you'll be commended for that. That's good. That's good to hear.
Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Thank
That's all
you.
I have.
Okay, right now, will Ms. King open up your mic, please? And introduce yourself and give your relationship to Mr. Ruben.
My name is Sharika King. Ezekiel Ruben is my father.
Give us your statement.
Ezekiel Ruben is my father. He would never do anything to hurt anybody. He have always looked out for us. He have raised us. He have raised all my cousins. He have raised my kids. Everybody that I can think of, he have raised. He would never do anything to harm anybody. He even raised Danielle's kids as well and helped with her kids when she wasn't there, when she wasn't available. He would never do anything to hurt anybody. These 4 years by far been hard for me because where I am today, my dad have helped me get here by helping with my kids when I'm at work, when I'm in school, when I'm working 2 jobs and can't take a break. He have helped me, picking me up from school, helping me get my high school diploma. That's what my daddy have did for me. So these 4 years I've been by him the whole way. Because in my heart, I know for a fact, my daddy wouldn't do nothing to hurt nobody. He have always went out of his way to help everybody. Everybody. He have always went out his way to help everybody. Our family has took a major loss because of this. All this stuff we're hearing today, we just not hearing. We didn't hear none of this before. None of this before.
Thank you, Ms. Sharika. Thank you. Would Ms. Elizabeth King open your mic, please? Ms. Elizabeth King? Ms. Elizabeth King?
I'm here.
Okay, state your name, your relation.
My name is Elizabeth King, and Ezekiel Ruben is my father.
Give Hey, you have, YouTube on,
Say it again. I couldn't hear you, sir.
do you have the YouTube? Oh.
Yes, I would just like to say, Ezekiel Ruben is my father.
We're getting feedback on.
Say it again.
Yeah, but I mean, when she's talking, we know.
Okay,
You see it, if we get even much.
okay. Go ahead with your statement, Ms. King. Ms. King.
I would just like to
Ms.
say,
King?
Ezekiel is my father, and I'll piggyback off what my sister stated. My dad has always been there for us. He's always pushed us. This is difficult for us because this has never been my father's character. He's always set the example for us to never, be in trouble or be in the system, or, he's never had any criminal record. He's never had a criminal background. I can't remember my dad even having a parking ticket, so for this to just pop up, it's very inconvenient because our kids are also going through changes because they're used to their papa being there, supporting them, helping them. He's the person that they can go to and speak with, and even if they can't come talk to us. In the process, I have a niece who was also murdered, because of, she was acting out because my dad wasn't here. And, she totally relied on that relationship with my dad. He was the one who kept her together. So I would just like to say, I hope you.
Please wrap it up.
Okay, I would just like to say, I hope you guys find it in your heart to send our dads home because he is very, very, very important and we need him here. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. King. Thank you. Let's hear from Ms. Ezekiel Ruben, the stepdaughter. You had 2 or 3 minutes, Ms. Ruben.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Ezekiel is my stepfather. Even though he's my stepfather, he's always treated me like one of his children. He's always provided help for me. This was a complete shock for me to even hear this because this man has supported so many people and never done or even gave you the inkling that he would even touch anybody. So this is a real shock that it even, and then this other information y'all said is new to us too. But I would hope that y'all would see it in your heart to give him a chance to come back to his family because we know that he didn't do this. And I think he deserves a chance like God gives us to show that he is this good person that we all know that he is.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And now let's hear from Mrs. Lily Ruben, Mr. Ruben's sister. Ms. Lily?
I'm Lily Ruben. I'm Ezekiel's sister. And like I said, we were brought up to help everybody, not to hurt anybody. So we still in the process now, still is helping everybody we know and being with everybody. So when you release him, we let him help me in the ministry. The ministry still is to help people to take care of them. They're hungry. The one is poor. We just provide meal for them. They take care of them. So this is where the ministry come in, that he still can help the community, that help people in the community that need help. Also, we still got the idea of how we were brought up to help each other, not to hurt nobody. So this is what this is all about. And like I said,
Thank you, ma'am.
you're so welcome.
Now we're going to get from Ms. Danielle Madison, the victim's mother.
Okay. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, would you please, state your name and your relationship to this case? And Ms. Madison.
Yes.
Down forward, okay. Okay,
What was that you were breaking up?
okay. You were walking and you were moving and it was distorted. So you're good now. Would you give us your name and your relationship to this case?
My name is Danielle Madison. I'm the mother of Presley Madison.
Give us your statement.
Okay, so I wrote a letter to ask for mercy, knowing you've robbed the innocent of several children is cowardness. What he did was an involuntary act and it had nothing to do with consent. Therefore, he should face full punishment. He bamboozled parents, not only him, his sister, into thinking that he was trustworthy just to rob the innocence of children. This particular incident has been extremely detrimental to my emotional and mental health because it forced me to have a premature conversation with my daughter that I wasn't prepared to have. Not to mention, it impacted her mental health because now she's hypersexual and confused and doesn't know how to express these emotions. So we've been in therapy. I myself was a victim of child molestation. So this incident is like me reliving a nightmare all over again. But this time I have to carry my trauma on her because I have to worry about my daughter since she's constantly questioning her own abilities and level and lack of self-confidence and optimism. He ruined the lives for the sake of sexual gratification, yet expects sympathy. No way. Not to mention, instead of the family being remorseful, they upheld his behavior and went as far as to threaten my life and my kids' life. No one is accepting accountability in this matter at all. And I'm still just left pissed and angry beyond measure because it's taken a lot for me to repair this heinous act that he has committed. And he was not keeping my kids at the time. His sister was keeping my kids at the time. I worked for the federal government. I have a clearance. I have over 10, I've been always working. And I've never been unfit. She was like a grandmother to me, and he was always there. He wasn't retired. He would just always be there, just around kids. Why? This is something that has been going on. He had been touching kids, but just this particular time, he touched the wrong child. And now he must continue to suffer the consequences. Exactly what my daughter said is exactly what he told the police. He gave them the exact statement. It matched. The DNA matched. He did it.
Thank you, ma'am.
So he needs to continue to own up to it.
Thank you, ma'am. We appreciate you attending the hearing. Mr. Ruben,
Yes,
would you like to make a brief statement before we vote?
yes. Miss Danielle, she recently been in jail herself.
Sir, tell us why we should release you. Only.
So what? I didn't
Tell
understand
us,
what you said.
I don't want to hear anything else but why you think you should be released.
Why should I be released?
Tell them why should you be released?
Because the reason why I should be released, I raised 7 girls of my own. All of them, as you could tell, the one that is spoken, that I'd helped them from the time they were born until 4 years ago. And I really love my kids. And I never do anything to harm them. I always support them. I always want to be there for them.
Thank you, Mr. Ruben. Are we ready to vote?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Freeman,
Okay, Mr. Ruben, first off, I don't think you've been honest with us at all today. Your DNA was found on the child. You've only served 4.5 years of a 12-year sentence. And you hadn't done any sex offender treatment. They need to move you to where you can do sex offender treatment. My vote today is to deny.
is why.
All right, this is, to all our participants today, this has been challenging for you. And I just want to commend you all for showing up and participating in the process today. And, to Mr. Ruben's daughter, so let me educate you for a minute. You can go to the clerk of court's office in the criminal section, ask for his name. You can get his files and read everything that we had here today. What happened in court, police report, and all of that. And you can even, at a fee, you can take copies of what happened. So you won't have to be concerned about what happened. It's all there. The clerk of court's office is public record. You have access to it. This is for your information. To you, Mr. Ruben, I'm concerned. I'm very concerned as well. I concur with my colleagues. My vote is denied due to the nature of the offense, the age of the victim, and the impact of the crime on the victim. And your law enforcement opposition has been expressed. But best wishes to you, sir. My vote is denied.
Mr. Ruben, you have received 2 votes to deny your request. I agree fully with my colleague. Based upon only 4 years of incarceration, based on a lack of rehabilitative program and victim opposition, I vote to deny you. You have received 3 votes to deny. Your request has been denied. You have a good day.